Hello everyone, and welcome to another inspiring episode of English is Easy podcast. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that deeply influences every area of our lives, our health, our relationships, and even our success. Today, we'll be talking about the power of positive thinking. You might have heard people talk about it before, but I think few of us truly understand how strong our thoughts actually are, and how they can completely shape the direction of our future.
That's beautifully said, Sarah. I believe positive thinking is not just about smiling all the time or pretending that life is perfect. It's about training your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. When we learn to guide our thoughts, we become more in control of our emotions and our actions. And this mental control allows us to handle stress, failure, and uncertainty with more grace and patience. In my experience, being positive doesn't mean ignoring problems, it means facing them with confidence and hope.
Yes, Daniel, exactly. You know, sometimes people think positivity is fake or unrealistic, but actually, it's one of the most powerful emotional tools we have. When you start to believe that you are capable of handling life's challenges, your brain starts working with you instead of against you. The science behind this is fascinating. Studies show that our thoughts directly influence our brain chemistry, affecting hormones like dopamine and serotonin, which are responsible for happiness and motivation.
That's so true, and I've read that optimistic people even live longer because their bodies produce less stress hormones. It's amazing how our mindset can literally protect our health. I think one of the key lessons here is that positive thinking isn't magic, it's a habit. It's something you build, one thought at a time. Every time you choose a hopeful thought over a negative one, you're strengthening your mental muscles, just like exercising at the gym.
Exactly. It's like planting seeds in a garden. If you constantly feed your mind with worry, fear, and self-doubt, those weeds will grow and take over. But if you nurture your mind with optimism, gratitude, and belief in yourself, you'll create a garden full of peace and strength. I often tell people to start small, just by noticing one positive thing each day. It could be a smile from a stranger, a warm cup of tea, or even the fact that you made it through a tough day.
Yes, small things really matter. For me, one of the biggest changes came when I started practicing gratitude every morning. I would write down 3 things I was thankful for, and at first, it felt a little silly. But after a few weeks, I noticed how my mood completely changed. Instead of waking up stressed about work or problems, I started the day with appreciation. It made me calmer, more focused, and actually more productive throughout the day.
That's wonderful. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already there. It makes you realize how much beauty already exists around you. Another thing I found helpful is mindfulness, learning to stay present. When we constantly replay the past or worry about the future, we create unnecessary pain. But when you stay in the present moment, you realize that most of your fears are just thoughts, not reality.
That's such an important point. Most of the stress we feel doesn't come from what's happening right now, it comes from what we imagine might happen. When we practice mindfulness and positive thinking together, we start breaking that cycle. We stop reacting out of fear, and instead, we start responding with awareness. It's a peaceful feeling, almost like learning to breathe again after holding your breath for too long.
I love that image, Daniel. Breathing again, that's exactly what positivity does. It gives you space inside your mind to think clearly. You start seeing challenges as lessons instead of punishments. You stop blaming others, and instead, you ask, what can I learn from this? That one question can change your entire attitude toward life.
Absolutely. I remember a time in my own life when I faced failure in my career. I had lost a job that I really loved, and I felt completely lost. For months, I blamed myself and believed I wasn't good enough. But one day, I decided to change the story in my head. Instead of saying I failed, I said this is preparing me for something better. And believe it or not, a few months later, I got an even better opportunity that changed my entire path.
That's such a beautiful example. Sometimes we need those dark moments to help us grow. Positivity doesn't mean avoiding pain, it means believing that pain has purpose. Every experience, even the difficult ones, shapes us into who we are meant to become. I think that's the real strength behind optimism, not denial, but transformation.
Exactly. And I think it's also important to say that being positive doesn't mean you'll never feel sad, angry, or disappointed. Those emotions are part of being human. The goal is not to eliminate them but to manage them. When you practice positivity, you learn how to recover faster. You don't stay stuck in negativity for days or weeks. You acknowledge your feelings, you process them, and then you move forward.
Yes, and another helpful tool is the kind of people we surround ourselves with. Our environment plays a huge role in shaping our mindset. If we spend too much time with negative, complaining people, their energy slowly becomes ours. But when we surround ourselves with encouraging, forward-thinking individuals, we feel inspired to grow. It's like sunlight for the mind, it helps you bloom.
That's so true. Energy is contagious. I used to spend a lot of time with people who constantly criticized everything, their jobs, their families, even their own dreams. It was exhausting. But once I started choosing to be around people who were passionate and kind, my entire outlook changed. I realized how powerful it is to protect your mental space. Yes, protecting your energy is a sign of self-respect. It's not selfish, it's necessary. We often take care of our physical health but forget that our emotional environment matters just as much. Listening to positive podcasts, reading motivational books, or spending time in nature are simple ways to recharge that inner light.
Absolutely. And if you're listening to this episode today and thinking, I want to start being more positive, but I don't know how, here's a little advice: start small. Don't try to change everything overnight. Begin with awareness. Notice your thoughts, and when a negative one appears, don't fight it, just replace it with something more empowering. Say, I'm learning, or I'm growing, or even I'm grateful for this lesson.
I love that, Daniel. It's all about gentle progress. Every positive thought is like a brick that builds a stronger, happier version of yourself. And with time, those bricks become the foundation of a peaceful life.
Yes, and never forget, positivity is not a destination, it's a journey. Every day is another chance to choose hope over fear, courage over doubt, and love over negativity. Keep choosing, keep believing, and keep shining.
Thank you all for joining us today. If this episode brought value to your day, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and let's keep spreading light together. This is Daniel.
And I'm Sarah. You've been listening to English is Easy podcast. Until next time, take care of your mind, stay grateful, and remember, positivity always wins.